This B-25 has 13 machine guns on it. Crazy amount of machine guns. There's 3 in the nose here. Two on each side of the fuselage. 2 on the top turret. Well, this tire is about exactly 3 feet high. Oh, there's the last 2 guns. They're in the waist gunner position, they call that. Probably the easiest piece of plexiglass to restore ever. Neat to see how you get in it. The bottom section of ladder slides up and that is really neat. And this airplane flies. She was built very late in the war and used for training only. And then after the war, it was converted to being a water bomber, and she had served a life as a water bomber. And then she was privately purchased and restored. And I know new skins when I see them. And those are new skins. Look at the lap joints are perfect. Nice work. Nice work. You can just tell all of these skins are new. And maybe that back one's original. Tail gunner. Yeah, there's a little cockpit up there. Bet you it's pretty cold back there. And bumpy. Is this where the shell casings drop out? Fabric covered rudders. They're made of fabric. So they're light. I bet the elevators are fabric too. You don't see any rivets on them, they must be. And there's one thing that wasn't on the airplane when it was military. November 41123 is the ident when it made it to civilian. Boy, I wonder what those little things are on the side. What's that upper one? And what is that weird brown thing that hangs on down into the air? Museum is so crowded, there's like 2 other people in here. Look at all these pieces. Flying Fortress pieces. I wonder if you can get the plans to build one of these. Probably can. It would not be too hard. Oh, it's very complete. Holy smokes. Wow. So the gunner was kneeling. He kneeled there. Boy, there must have been a lot of smoke when these things were firing. And he's holding the things. He's grabbing the whole back of it and just... Oh, and he's got his gun sight there. Look at that. What a collection of turrets. Let's have a look at this one first. Kind of, I guess the gun's mounted right here. Oh, this is like this looks like a belly turret upside down. And it is a hydraulically operated one. Got all the hydraulics in there. And I'm guessing the gun's mounted right there. And these were the drums that held the shells, the bullets. It is, oh, they got a whole plaque here to read. Turrets from U.S. bombers in World War II. The larger turret is a Type A3/A11/A14 upper turret, better known as the Martin 250 Charlie Echo, and it was the most successful powered gun turret in history. It was first used in the consolidated B-24L and subsequently in many U.S. and British aircraft, including the Douglas A-20, the Martin B-25, the Boeing YB-40, which is the B-17 gunship, and Canadian-built Avro Lancasters. The last aircraft to use it was the Lockheed P-2V Neptune, which flew until the Vietnam War. The 23A was an all-electric turret armed with 2 50-caliber Browning Mark II machine guns. The turret carried 900 rounds, 450 per gun. The smaller turret is from a B-29 Super Fortress. This plane has a central fire station control system for its 5 turrets, 4 of which, including ours, were unmanned. So this is an unmanned turret from a B-29. Interesting. The main advantages of the CFSC were smaller gun turrets with less drag, improved sighting accuracy, easier maintenance, redundancy if a sighting station was incapacitated, and improved comfort for the gunners. This turret would have been armed with 2 air-cooled Browning M2 50 caliber machine guns. This, where do you get plexiglass to build this? It's a blown bubble and it's got ribs glued in, and the ribs that go all the way over actually hold, they mount a window. And here's a ball turret, which is the belly one on a B-17. And I like the way this museum, they will build any kind of framing to perfectly display or care for. This piece was probably restored in this frame. That's a B-24. Elevate the turret to this point before retracting. Sounds complicated. Little window there for somebody to look through. Let's try and go inside it. So I'm guessing the fellow's back was in there and his feet. Oh, you can see the heel places his heels went, and he shot right between his legs. And there's one gun on the side, the breech facing him. and the other gun here. And it must have been made opposite, so we had control of the breeches. Pretty amazing. And then his little sight is here in the middle. And it's adjustable, it's got things on it. Why does this have a white and red light on it? They look like they're out of a truck. Things that make you go, nice shot of the Mitchell from over here. We'll walk in on the Mitchell. They made thousands of them. Wow, this one's got a lot of bombing missions on the nose there. How many is that? Goodness, like 100? Pretty great nose art. And it's really neat to see the plexiglass like this. You know that it's never been outside. This is brand new plexiglass. It's so clear, it's not even funny. You never see pictures of these things with plexi that clear. Except maybe the ones that just left the factory. There's a lot going on in this plane.